Alright guys, good evening. We have a good matchup tonight between raikourider and DLP316. Should and I'm Sharky2107, joined by Cyclone tonight, so I hope this be fun.
And hi, everyone. Yes, welcome to another wonderful, beautiful night here in the Mushroom Kingdom. Doesn't look like night, but trust me, it's night. The sun's always up here. Don't ask. Anyway, yeah, great matchup coming up. raikourider and DLP316, a Group H matchup. You want to tell us a little more about this matchup and the plague set we're using for tonight's first seed?
Yeah, first seed, well, we got Vanilla World Order. Levels are randomized amongst itself for the per world. Have a few levels that might be in a different world because we might have an extra fort in World 1, so it replaces that level for later on. But hammers will break locks as well as rocks, so yeah, not too much on the first flag set, but wait till the second flag set, which is going to be more fun.
Now, this first seed is going to give a little bit more strategy involved in it as well, because we know the levels are generally going to be in the world they should be in, with the odd exception. But because most of them are going to be where they should be, we know where 5-9 is going to be. We know where 7-5 probably is going to be. We know where all those annoying levels that no one wants to play are going to be located. We can just cloud past them without even thinking, just move on to the next level that looks nice and go from there.
Yep.
So race is underway, and we're starting with the fort.
Yep. World 1 fort. Can we get a leaf at least? Maybe we can skip the end of it? Nope. Only a fire flower.
We're going to go ahead and get the race synced up here a little bit. There it is. And now you can see a little better who's ahead here. Right now, neither of them. And it looks like Raikou is expelling some unneeded fire.
Yeah, first boom up and, well, down.
And Raikou taking a slight lead on that, looks like.
Wait, there's 3 forts here. Holy.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, we see that this is the... I'm not sure what the term of this is, carpet fort or the boo carpet fort, but we do have a World 6 fort here, so we know that a level from this world is going to be located somewhere in World 6 to replace this fort.
Yep. Oh, hi, Hotfoot. How you doing?
That looks like one of the randomly moving ones. It doesn't care if you're looking at it or not. It's going to go wherever it wants to go. DLP takes up Boom Boom. He takes the lead.
Yep, early on. So we probably could tell which level probably gets replaced, because I just don't see 1-1-1-6 in here.
1-1 likes to move around, I find. And as you see, we are now in 1-4. And you might be asking, for those watching this for the first time and familiar with the vanilla game, why is the auto scroll not going? Well, it's off. That's the actual reason. There's no auto scroll on any of the levels except for one in this flag set, and that is level 5-9, because it does not work sometimes without the auto scroll activated. There is also a beta level that will show up in the second flag set. We'll call it Atlantis. We'll look at that one when we see it.
Hopefully we find that level. There's sadly no lost levels in this flag set.
For understandable reasons, though.
And we'll find out if the runners will decide to run in the back to get an item or just clear the stage outright.
Ooh, lots of Hoppets early in the race here. We're seeing a couple of them, or several of them actually. I see 3 different ones right at once there in 1-3.
And this Hotfoot's not playing.
Yeah, the Chomp didn't want to be nice, and raikourider did not want to play around with the white loot box, or the white box to the back. He's not going to get a Tanuki suit, but I think he'll probably be fine without it.
Just early on, and ooh, we got a cloud early.
So yeah, he'll prefer that over Tanuki suit.
That probably will be useful if, well, they want to skip 5-9.
Oh, they will. We'll see where 5-9 is located, but there's several levels they could skip. There's a couple World 6 levels as well that could optionally be skipped. So, lots of chances to use that cloud. And let's see how many hits the first Koopa Kid takes today. Larry is showing 3 vanilla. Wand grab around 333, and another wand grab around 337.
Pretty good times for the first world.
So the king is always going to say some kind of funny scripted message here. Let's see what he says here. She changed me into a newt. Okay, good.
And somehow the king got better out of that. I also like the custom text from Peach. But you don't have time to read it, really.
And Peach is trying to tell a joke about a vampire in a coffin. I don't know. I hear a card game.
Yep. It appeared on right side, probably back at start of World 2.
Yeah, and I'm sure DLP probably got to hear it as well. He was following the exact same procedure there.
Yeah, his score is not at 80,000, so
oh,
he'll get it after this level or the next. Because the in-card games spawn out every 80,000.
Oh. I always thought it was just every few levels. I actually never knew that.
Yep. It's score based on this one, so.
So raikourider completes, and DLP completes the fourth. This is looking like a really good race already. Just a few seconds between them all the way so far. There's that DLP's end card game. As you said, after the 8,000 point level. Riker's not going to go back to his. And everyone get your frogs out in chat. We have our first frog suit.
And Rye's using it right off the bat. He doesn't want it.
Ribbit.
It's a free hit.
Yeah, he wanted to get rid of it, and he fortunately found a leaf to replace the item that he lost there.
Gotta enjoy the frogs.
For those who don't know, by the way, you can actually pick up a shell and walk normally with the frog suit. That still does work.
And we're back in sync.
A second apart. And here, now we're going to lose a little bit of sync here because DLP is doing that Fire Brothers fight. I think this is an item that Raikou already picked up. Yeah, the frog suit. Which is in a water environment. That is somewhat appropriate.
Yep, maybe we got our second Koopa. Not an Earthquaker this time, but...
That's a 4-hit Morton.
A little above average. And another thing about these Koopas, 2 randomly will have the Earthquake ability. So, we don't know which one's going to be quite yet. But we know it's not the 2 Koopas that we've fought already.
And if it were to be Wendy or Lemmy, we won't actually get to see it because they don't really jump. Well, Wendy jumps, but Lemmy doesn't.
Yeah, Lemmy's the only one that doesn't jump at all. And that's a Tanuki suit from Peach.
I wouldn't say no to that. A wild Tanuki appears. So this level is much more palatable without Boss Bass in it.
Yep, it's straight forward level. No random cheap on the bottom either.
Yeah, just that weird flying Goomba that just suddenly appears out of the water.
Yep, Boss Basses and Angry Suns can randomly be in different levels when you least expect it, usually.
Boss Bass is the thing that makes Randomizer fun for many viewers compared to runners.
Yep, it's good for the viewers, but the runners really hates it.
DLP taking a pause on the flying chain chomp enemy there. We got a flower match for raikourider, so let's see if we can confirm what that turned into. I didn't see on DLP's side. We got a Tanuki suit map attached to the fire flower.
Yep. As you see, what's on the end card game is not what you're going to get. Ooh, another pipe and a fort. And Ryder decides to go to the water fortress.
Well, this will get rid of a key, but key lock or build a bridge or something somewhere along the way here. But the question will be, is it one that we're going to need? By that, look on DLP screen, who now knows where the ending castle is. It might be.
Well, you got two forts saved here. One of them's going to break it. Boom Boom goes down quick. I just love to see Boom Boom's HP to be randomized, if that is possible.
I mentioned that in the last race as well, and I think that's been discussed. I just don't know if that's actually going to get done or not.
By checking the other pipe, that is not even close.
Well, DLP knows where the ending castle is. If he takes the gamble and goes back to that castle, he may find the lock is gone and not even have to worry about anything else. In fact, he would find out it isn't because right away I just confirmed that was not the correct one. DLP is going to take a break to play cards before checking that pipe. He got a pair of matches. I'm not sure if that was planned or not. But maybe it is. He is doing the matches here. So we had a flower, which is a Tanuki suit, a star, 10 coins, a mushroom,
and one up.
A 1-up. See if he checks the inventory. Starman, frog suit. I didn't see the last one.
Was that a hammer suit?
I don't know. I didn't see it. So DLP is now in the correct fort, which raikourider just completed. They're going to be about 15-30 seconds apart here again, I think. 10:43, raikourider arrives at the castle.
Yep, we're going to face off against a, well, first a bullet bill. But we will be facing off against Wendy.
Raikourider having trouble on this airship. And 11:03, DLP arrives. If he has a cleaner airship, he can gain some time here.
And Wendy's a high jumping 2 HP Koopa. 11:20.
Yep, 11:21 grab. And DLP just has to, well, take a hit from a candy ring. And then he gets his own wand grab at 11:33. 13-second difference. The turnpike would have been faster. I don't know, I think it was pretty fast. What do you think?
Yeah. It's fast enough. Was that an anchor?
We're going to get another look at it here. It was an anchor.
And anchors in this, well, what you get out of it is, well, death.
Critical moment for raikourider. Just barely ahead by 13 seconds. Takes a death in the fort. Now, there's still a lot of race to go. Anything can happen here. But that does give DLP the advantage at this point.
Yep. And I was saying, anchors, well, use of anchor is a random item. So, we could get another frog suit, we could get something else, who knows. But looks like this fort was not really useful.
Well, the fourth that was completed did just unlock a card game, so yeah, not useful. And we have no shell to get this item block, so we're going to leave that item block behind.
Right, matches the stars, and stars are a star.
Well, that seems vanilla.
Meanwhile, Rise taking the coin ship.
Collecting a few of the lovely coins along the way and trying to swipe at Boomerang Brothers with a tail, but loses his Snooky suit. Get the Starman.
Did we see the 20 coins? Don't think we'd have. And, well, we're going to clear out the first one.
DLP clears out a card game. And we have a Nipper plant, by the way, I didn't mention earlier in 4 or 5.
It looks like it was a mushroom. Because I didn't see no hammer suit.
This level can be very challenging, but it looks like Raikourider did have the backup plan, jump off of Bullet Bill, and he is through.
DLP's using a Starman.
Oh, Boo Candle. I love Boo Candles.
Gotta be careful, because even if you got a Boo chasing you too far, it will still possibly kill you after you kill Boom Boom. And start kill by Boom Boom. Not too bad. And that fort should spawn the bridge to continue on.
You're talking about Boo. I've actually seen Boo follow me between the 2 sections of the second fort.
Yeah, I've been killed by Boo after killing Boom Boom.
Oh, that's funny.
It's like, the Boo's like, nope, I don't care. And one up in a hidden block.
And we're on the World 4 airship. And DLP is on the World 4 airship. So Raikourider is once again in a slight lead.
Yep, DLP gets speed, run speed.
Cloud strategy could come in crucial in this seed, depending how things go here. We have our heavy hitter.
Three hits, too. Bri grabs it. 1556, 57, 1 second.
Wow! Very good race here. Do you got a Terminator voice?
I'm not good at it.
I'll be back. I'm not good at it.
Ooh, a cloud.
Clouds, as I said earlier, cloud strategy. We're going to see some of it now with 2 of them available. And Raikourider does not want to play this stage, so this is where he's going to use his cloud, it looks like. Or he's just not going to play the stage. Oh yeah, he has to use a cloud.
Yep. Looks like we don't have to travel into the tower this time.
Yeah, that was a Phantom drop, which is nice. Or a Paradox Pipe, I guess is a better way to put it.
Yep, DLP's going out of their way to kill a couple Fire Bros. Ooh,
Oh, that's
nice
worth
call.
it. That is worth it.
Well, let's see what the second one will.
Raikourider is not going to try him, and there's a P-Wing. That's going to be useful for DLP if he knows the right stage to use it on. He can go through a stage quicker than Raikourider with that for the time he spent.
Yep. May lose a little time, but at the end, it's worth it. And look, 5-9's not going to be in the way either.
Well, that's always good news.
Oh, another hammer, though.
Oh, that's going to be useful for breaking blocks later. World 6 is going to be very interesting now.
And possible World 7, if you still have them. Well, Bri will get one of the hammers, because the hammer is going to be in the way. We got a 10 coin match. We know where Flower is.
There it is.
20 coin match. Nope.
DLP does not have a current card game up, so he's going to get to go straight into the fourth. This is going to put him... I don't think raikourider did this for it yet.
Give some information. Tanuki.
Yeah, there it is. So we are getting close to the castle. This is the fort for both of them now, and DLP is now in the slight edge. raikourider not stopping for the leaf. Taking a hit from the disc and now has to be careful.
Gets through the room without dying. Taking a hit might slow him down a little bit. And DLP
DLP decides to play the card game. This is going to let raikourider slip ahead just ever so slightly again. No matches though, so it's going to be very close to being in sync here.
Oh, this level. But with
playing with the frog suit.
Yeah, with Ray having a frog suit, that's going to slow him down just a little.
I'm surprised he used the frog suit there. Like, you know that 7-4 is going to possibly be in the way, and that might be something you can swim through. Unless you have something to fly over, of course.
Yeah, right. Slows down just a little bit. Doesn't want the 5-up. But lives can be important. If you game over, you're going to lose that time.
raikourider had to stop for Hammer Brother on the way to the castle. That lets DLP get to the airship first. He is again in the lead. What a back and forth race this is turning into.
Yep. 5 worlds in, still anybody's game. And
what? Wow, Baby Roy shows up to play and doesn't play long.
Well, weakling Koopa. We don't even know he's going to be an Earthquaker either.
He might have been, but we'll never know.
Yep. Unless we find out an Earthquaker, but we got one Koopa that could do that, because Lemmy just rolls on the ball all day, so we won't even know if it's him.
Yeah, he's just having a ball. By the way, Peach knows Kung Fu, just so you know. Level 10, not one that DLP fancies playing. He clouds past it.
And are you Wario? No. And Peach with another cloud.
Very nice. Ooh. So DLP wasted a star to find a star in... Oh, hey, Boss Bass!
It's hungry.
That's the level DLP skipped.
And Ryan's trying... There he goes. About to say, Ryan's trying to kill Boss Bass, but... that Boss Bass knew what to do. Dodge.
This is proving again that Cloud strategy is going to come to play, because DLP didn't have to do any of this.
Yeah, Brian does make it through. Goes back to play one in-card game. Wants to finish this off.
Oh, Mushroom is a 1-up. So Cloud was one of the items there, but we got a Mushroom and a star aside from that. So lots of clouds in this seed.
Yeah, Peach did give it a cloud last time, so...
And raikourider is going to see the anger of the angry sun in a moment.
And a music box. Maybe
that can be used in World 7. Useful in World 7.
Will any of the runners use the hammer at the rock instead?
Well, there's one they could use.
Right, gets the same music box.
So that lock near the level 2, they could use the hammer there if they want to. Just getting rid of this hammer brother will clear the path here, I think. I don't think I saw another level in the way. Maybe wrong. There's a hammer. I don't know if we saw that on DLP side yet. We might have, and I just didn't see it.
I don't think we have.
Oh, there is a fort in the way, so you'd have to use 2 hammers to get through there. It makes more sense to hold on to the hammers and play the fort.
Rise a little bored.
Practicing his jumping, I see. Or here, rather.
Oh, it's not a star, so no quick boom boom kill.
Yep, and keeping the Tanuki suit, not taking the Fire Flower, which would have actually made this faster.
And DLP skipping another level. Getting to the airship pretty quick.
Going for P-Speed, very nicely done. Very nicely done with the P-Speed. And Lemmy is 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, 5 hits. Ah.
Wow, that was a strong Koopa.
Who would have known Lemmy would be one of the strongest? So DLP, as a result of raikourider playing 610, has now pulled out into a significant advantage. We'll see if he can maintain this advantage.
Yep, next up, Pipeland. One of the closest to change the game up.
Apparently the terms and conditions of the game have been changed. Do we still get to kill Bowser?
I wonder.
So DLP starts running and examining the pipe maze, finds his way to one of the middle islands, and takes another pipe on the left of that. That's going to lead us to the start. Always nice to go back to start. Doesn't need to do level 7, doesn't need to go to the Toad House. Trying to figure out which pipe he needs to take here. Thinking level 8 is where he needs to go. He's going to clear that. That's a rather annoying level. So he's going to take some flight.
Changes Tanuki for a raccoon.
That is a strange move. I wonder why I did that.
Goes down here. Let's see what item we can
Remember
get.
shoot? No, Tanuki. Gets the Tanuki back.
Now, this could come down to this world. Or, well, World 8, a great equalizer.
7 and 8 tend to be the ones that decide the races. Oh, raikourider just having a very close shave there.
We don't want to burn tail now.
And Raikou allowed Lemmy to get away, so he has to deal with Lemmy moving around a little bit. And there he goes.
And DLP did find an airship already.
Oh, wow. Was there a pipe right next to the airship that I didn't catch?
I missed it because I was watching Raiku's side.
Yeah, same.
I must have been behind the level DLP was in. 7-6 or whatever it was.
Well, Ludwig was not
7-8.
heavy, and he only took 2 hits. Everyone get your command out. So we're going to have to watch and see how DLP did that so quickly, and then also see if DLP can find his way through World 8 quickly. Meanwhile, Bowser is going to send us a letter now. Something about a moon and a genius. I see hand levels. Ooh, Tanks is on the hand bridge. And there's a fort right behind it, so he might just take these out to ensure that he has no problem at the end. Or he's taking the death instead. Maybe he didn't want to do this one after all.
Well, we got a lot of pipes, so might as well check a few pipes while you're at it. Well, that pipe didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, that was a waste. Well, that one went somewhere. But we have 2 bridges to build. Go do the tanks. You may need to get to that fort. Ooh, there's a lock. We can break that. But he's not going to.
And instead, we go to the Air Force.
Well, we need 2 bridges, so there's a 2 out of 4 chance it's going to be needed.
And Ray does the same. Uses a music box and a hammer.
Ah, music box. So it's going to be interesting how both runners choose to route this World 8. We have a lot that we may need to do here. If DLP plays the wrong level for the success progression here, this could give raikourider a chance to come from behind. The loss that he gave up in World 6, he get it right back here in World 8 and make this a very close race. Possibly win it.
Oh, we got a high jumper. And there's one bridge.
One bridge! Ah!
And DLP's not going...
Why is he not doing tanks?
I would do tanks and that fort right next to it.
I would easily get tanks out of the way, go down the pipe because it's very close to the end and check it, and then see if that's what we need. And then just, if it is, go straight to the end.
It's an interesting call, but, well, we'll see what happens here.
Well, we're going to find out that the hand has clouds. That means all 3 hand levels have clouds. Not that we need them in this world very much.
Let's see what Ray will do here.
So DLP is going to do this level. He's going to go to the bridge, or the final area. We're going to find out if this unlocks the last bridge. If it does, this is... Actually, no, DLP is the one doing the tanks. So we're going to find out if this unlocks the last bridge, and he may find out if he can go Bowser's Castle right away.
Ray's turning around, and he's doing this level.
He's doing it first. Now he has to go back and do Air Force. We do know this.
Oh, wait. No, he's taking it death.
He's doing the same thing. This is interesting. Well, will he come back and do this level as soon as he sees he needs 2 bridges? Or did he already see that? Now that did not do a bridge. We need the fort or we need the navy. Or the other tanks.
Because we do know this one. This is not it.
Well, raikourider knows he needs 2 bridges, so he might just do both of these levels right next to each other. The question will be when he goes back and does Air Force and whether the fort will unlock that second bridge.
Because maybe one of these will break that lock and it's behind that lock.
Now, if he does these 2 in succession and neither of them breaks the lock, he's not going to feel good. Or, I mean, not the bridge, rather. Oh, it's not the tanks I thought he was on. My mistake. Different level.
Oh yeah, this is the hammer bro fight, I believe.
Right.
Easy to get confused, I guess.
No bridges. And there is a cloud. 4 clouds in World 8. My goodness. P-Wing, fort time. And lose the P-Wing.
Gets a fire flower back instead.
Loses it. Meanwhile, raikourider doing Air Force. This will be a bridge for him, so 1 bridge will be built.
Does anyone have a hammer? Or did they use them all?
They should have hammers. There's not a lot of places they can use the hammers, but there is that one lock that they could use it on.
If I was playing, I probably would have used it at random.
Yeah, at this point, I would have used it to lock easily. DLP taking the hit so he can get to Boom Boom quicker. And Boom Boom is down. Will this be the other bridge for DLP? We'll have to find out in a moment. raikourider is now playing the logic play. 2 levels next to each other. They can both be a bridge. Takes a bullet. We don't have a bridge.
But that should have broken the lock, though.
Yes. So breaking the lock with the hammer might have made more sense here because you could have skipped that port. You just don't know it unless you played the seed already.
That's probably it, but remember, DLP got 2 clouds here, so you could cloud over 8-1 twice.
Cloud strategy.
And the anchor is the P-wing.
Oh, DLP a little early on that Boom Boom hit and fell inside a Boom Boom while he was still invulnerable, so took a hit there.
That should possibly do it. Yeah, DLP has enough clouds, so you could just...
Oh yeah, they're all over the place. He does get pulled into another level, though. I think he'd just be happy to take a death here. At this point, might as well finish it.
Yeah. All the clouds.
Oh, that clip! I've never seen that clip.
Looked away.
I didn't know that was even possible.
I know there's a clip you could do as Big Mario.
He did a small Mario, I thought. In any case, DLP did build the bridge. Navy did build the bridge. So he is on the way through Bowser's Castle right now. raikourider needs to find the Navy, but it may be too late. We haven't seen... Go ahead.
Yeah, Raikou does get forced into the hand stage.
Doesn't want to play it. That was probably intentional. Okay, now you might as well just do it. Meanwhile, DLP, no Hammer Brothers suits that we see in this entire seed, it looks like. So he has to do the full Bowser fight. Doesn't look fire either.
And Raikou does pick up a cloud, which will be useful. Has plenty of them.
Meanwhile, DLP on jump number 3 of the Bowser fight. 2 more to go for optimum jumping kill.
It's going to take probably a couple of deaths for DLP for Raikou to catch up, but it looks like Bowser is defeated, so...
It looks like Bowser already took a death, so their catch-up is very unlikely at this point. As DLP is about to cross the bridge, we are going to have the winner for our first race. And there it is. So DLP finished with an official SRL time of 37 minutes and 5 seconds. I already see those GGs in chat. Get those GGs out if you haven't already. And raikourider is going to continue. He wants to solve the mystery of this World 8, it looks like. He has found the bridge. He is going to go ahead and finish it off, it looks like.
Yep, it does have a star, so he'll just pop the star and, well, just run through the lasers. Very close race, though. That, I think DLP moves up to, what, 1 and 2, I believe?
Let me check that. Yeah, raikourider was 1 and 1 coming in, so he is now 1 and 2. DLP also moves into 1 and 2 positions, so they are tied in Group H right now. Whoever wins the next race will take the lead among these 2 runners. Both still have to face off against F. Coughlin, the creator himself, and those matches could prove pivotal in determining who advances.
Yep, still anybody's match. Rocket takes the leaf.
Interesting fire pattern here.
Takes it slow. Almost slips off. Saves it. And
Lower,
hello,
lower.
Bowser.
Lower, lower, middle, upper, upper.
And this is newer too, with the random fireballs and random lasers being shot. This could change your strategy. How do you want to take the upper path or the lower path now?
Raikourider is putting a little more effort into this Bowser fight than DLP did, just hiding in Bowser's feet. And there's the Bowser kill. So we're going to see finish for Raikourider, and then we're going to give the runners a chance to rest, and then we're going to start seed number 2. So let's go ahead and cover the finish. What were your thoughts on that first race, meanwhile?
Oh, that was very close. The difference? I think the difference is the cloud usage. Because DLP did use a couple clouds that Ray opted to play the levels in.
So it looks like Raikou finishes with an official SRL time of 39 minutes and 28 seconds. And there's some discussion. Raikourider is saying they couldn't find good levels to skip, but we mentioned in World 6 that DLP skipped 610, and then Raikourider played it, and he was finding Boss Bass. It looks like Raikourider was planning to use those clouds in World 7, according to what he's saying in the race channel here. So very interesting strategy. We'll have to ask some more about their strategy on that in the interviews after the second run. We'll bring them in after the second seed. But in the meantime, for everyone here, actually we should go ahead and mark them as finished as well. But for everyone here, make sure you stay tuned for more of the Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer between Raikourider and DLP. We're going to have seed number 2 after a brief break, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Yep.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for race number 2 of this Group H matchup between raikourider and DLP316. Both runners now 1 and 2. And this race will decide who will be, well, in second place. Not in the lead, but in second place in this bracket. Once again, I am Cyclone, and I am joined by Sharky. So let's just review that first race again, Sharky, for those just joining us a little bit late here. How would you sum up that race in a little bit of detail here?
Well, pretty much the difference in that one, using your clouds wisely, knowing when to use them, and, well, that's about it. Because that was that close.
Indeed. And why don't you tell them about the second flag set? It's a very much more random flag set than the first flag set we use, isn't it?
Yep. This time, well, the world order will be shuffled, so we may or may not start in World 1. But I'll let you guys in chat guess where we be starting at. World 8's going to be last, obviously, but I'm thinking we might start in the Iceland of World 6 this time.
That's going to be World 8. Oh, wait, that's last. No. Joking aside, I'm going to go ahead and say 7. I'd like to see a World 7 start with a level like 7-5 sitting at the very front somewhere that you have to do as a gatekeeper level.
Yeah. Just hope we don't get a fort that is like 7F2 or anything like that to start with. They would not be happy with that.
Yeah, Fort is not a very happy place to be. And there's the start. So we do have both runners underway. We are starting in the World 3, it looks like.
And levels are randomized, so we will not pretty much get World 3 levels here, but it's up for grabs.
Exactly, it's entirely up for grabs. So we're going to see what comes up as we go along here. One of the first levels we're seeing is the Muncher Run. Getting hung up on a pipe, raikourider is, but that's going to be costly. Oh, DLP makes it out. raikourider gets eaten.
Well, we're going to try this again. But can we get a easy first world?
Well, let's see where DLP is going to go here. He's around where 3-8 normally is. Going to take a pipe there. And raikourider going to try the run again. You can actually let that star bounce a little bit to give you a little more time to make the jumps here. That's how I learned to do the stage, to do it quickly. But it looks like he's going to have no problem this time getting that last star. And he is through the pipe, and he's on his way out to the end of the level. We are in World 4, Fort 1, where the hot feet are normally introduced to the player.
Yep, and a dry bone just decides to say hello and just fall over. Looks like this time Rai is Purple Mario, and DLP is, well, Luigi in this case.
Yeah, DLP was Luigi in both seeds, so it still shows him as Mario, but he's colored as Luigi. Raiko also taking the shortcut here. So that death in Muncher Run gives DLP a significant advantage at this point. It's still an early advantage, but significant for an early advantage. We are having a Sludge Brother fight now.
And Star at for their troubles.
Not a lot of places that's really advantageous. You really have to find a stage and gamble if you want to use it right away, or you can just... Oh, we found a beta stage.
Yep, beta of 1.5?
Yeah, I think it is 1.5. I think it is a beta 1.5 based on the fact they come up from underground.
Enemies are not randomized in this level, I believe, but... pretty much
raikourider making up some time here. Look at this.
Yep, that hammer sledge fight, well, changed up a little bit. Oh, that's what you don't want to see.
This is a level you do not want to play, and we don't have a bounty of clouds yet, so they're going to play it, and they're in sync right now. Not just different sizes, but they're in sync. And that's out of sync because raikourider just took a death.
Yeah, he just wanted to give that cheap a little hug.
Well, that cheap bit him, so that was not much of a hug he got in return. Hey, Big Betsy.
Right, does turn around. Goes to the mushroom house. Let's see what item we're going to get out of this. Oh, fire. Flower fire.
May or may not be useful. Oh, it's going to be useful for him right away. And I'll take the Starman gladly. We have fire, brothers. We have a hammer. raikourider already has that hammer, so I think he did that fight already. We have a warping fish.
And there's the airship for the first one. And I believe we will be fighting a Windy Koopa here.
Oh, these, I have never seen a block hit an upside down curve before. That is an interesting maneuver.
Yep, when he goes down easily, 5 minutes 2 seconds.
We're getting Fred calls in chat here. So as DLP, as raikourider takes a death to a bullet, and DLP gets information about vodka martinis from the king. Just to remind you that SpeedGaming Live happens again next fall, probably about October. And if you want to see this run as an event at SpeedGaming Live, it's up to people like you, Sharky, myself, to vote what games we want to see there. So if you want to see this at SpeedGaming Live next fall, go ahead and get your votes in for that. Those in the live chat, follow the link there, and you can do that.
And a little weak, Windy, with 2 HP, but goes down easily for Rai. Oh, this enemy's right by the pipe. DLP does take damage.
Oh. Yeah, DLP is now small. raikourider is now falling with the wand. DLP is playing cards. Well, we got one item already.
Yep, let's see. A star match is
a flower. Either that or it was a 1-up or something.
I forgot what Peach dropped.
DLP has found the white box to get a free item. He's going to do it. raikourider. Go ahead.
Hugs that chain. Yeah, Rai decides to hug that fire chomp.
They're a little hot. I don't know you want to hug them that much.
It would be nice to change the text here, because, well, apparently a Tanuki suit is a whistle.
What, you never heard of the newest whistle technology? And Boom Boom goes down yet again. You'd think that Boom Boom would just give up after all this time. He must have quite a headache by now. Well, we have a 1-up and a star, so star should be a flower. Yep, leaf and flower. 1-up is a leaf. Well, that was a fire versus fire matchup, and he lost that one.
Slow flying a little bit. And loses a leaf.
Ooh, a hammer.
That's gonna be useful.
Oh, there's a fire nipper at 1-3. I didn't even see that the first time. The LP is already at the castle.
That was pretty quick. Don't want to blink because they will get through these levels quick.
Now you blink, you miss it. And already at... Yep, go ahead.
Yep, we got Roy, not an Earthquaker.
Oh, hitboxes. 4 hit.
Yep, 4 HP, Koopa.
So you have a 2 hit and a 4 hit so far, so we're kind of average here. By the way, that pipe from the land came out right next to the castle. So we didn't even have to see the spiral tower today.
Yeah, in both flag sets. They'll probably be happy about that, but...
There's a Sledge Brother, meanwhile, for DLP. In the World 1 Hammer Brother layout.
Oh.
DLP... Go ahead.
Uses a hammer. Yeah, I was going to say, as you are, uses a hammer, skips a few levels. Not a bad usage, Joe.
This might be a very good strategy. We'll have to see if that works out for him. If he runs into a lock and has to go back and find a fort somewhere, this could hurt him.
And of course, the king asking, "Does this wand make my sprite look big?"
Well, yes, your beard looks a little bigger, sir.
Right. Thought about taking the fort. Decides, nah, I'll take the pipe.
Well, we're going to go through stage 2 here, which turns out to be 1-6. And we're going to have a moment of truth here. If he scrolls the screen and we need to build a bridge somewhere, we're going to have to go back and find a fort.
Meanwhile, Ride decides to take the fort, which we got tanks.
Okay, 1-6, aka 6-2, has been cleared. And let's see what is going on with... Nope, he's going to go play cards first. I approve.
And we got a 1-up, we got...
Oh, the mushroom was a 1-up?
No. What? I guess it was?
Well, he's not checking the item. Oh, the bridges were built. That rock clear turned out to be the good play. Ooh, that was a weird grab of that fire flower. World 7 airship, by the way. And dropping in on our third Koopa, it's Lemmy, who is not really good in this environment and just rolls around like he owns the place.
And Ray is saving his hammer in this time, so we'll be playing a few levels.
Yeah, we're seeing 5-3 right now. Another one of those levels you don't really want to play.
Yep.
Oh, Boss Bass! At least we're not going to see it for long.
You know he's hungry, so... And Peach will give us Star out. And we gotta see what's here.
That Raikou misses the star and gets bit by a piranha.
Ouch. And he has to
Major.
go back far.
Now he's using the hammer. He realizes that's a time kill, so This will turn out to be the correct play.
Uses a Tanuki. Probably gonna feel he's way behind at this point.
He has to.
That.
After seeing that he gets over here, and especially after he sees the bridges are built, he probably will feel very behind.
Because I know once I take a dust, I'm like, okay, I'm probably way behind.
Oh, DLP just was about to make a spike run. Maybe that was an accident. Maybe he didn't want to fall down there. But I thought he might be intentionally trying to make a spike run, and it just failed. Realized that was a bad place to be on spikes. Yeah, it would have been a dead end. Yeah, I didn't remember if that was a dead end or not.
I thought it was, but there's some spike runs you could do, but not too many.
Yeah, that one you can't.
Easy boom boom.
Like any other boom boom. Raikourider is Tanuki his way through World 7 airship at this point, or World 7 airship.
And, well, we got World War 7 map now. That pipe didn't lead anywhere. Let's check this one out.
A wild pipe maze appears. Lemmy is spitting balls and is dead. Not sure DLP intended to get shrunk there, but he did. I left my wand in my other frog suit. I'm not gonna ask.
Oh, that was nasty.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, 7-5 with an angry sun, and DLP says, no thank you.
Takes a dust. Does have a cloud, I believe.
He's going to use it 100%. And he's going to go Froggy Invincible in Air Force.
And if you take a dust here, that cloud will be
wasted.
Wasted, yeah.
That's going to give Raikou a huge chance to make some time back. So DLP has to be careful here. Can't take just a little easier to make sure he doesn't lose too much time later.
Gets through the stage.
Yeah, he should be fine now.
Kills Boom Boom, no problem at all.
Ooh.
Right, almost got hot-footed.
Raikou almost landing on top of the randomly moving hot feet.
And we got a Piranha stage.
Yeah, no note boxes, so he has to play it, but he will get an item out of it. It's still early. We can use the item. Hello, Boss Bass. You're kind of useless down there.
Ooh,
that's a good item to get.
Rye decides to play card game. Matches a mushroom and a flower.
DLP is going for P-Speed, apparently. Oh, Starband. Now, something... I don't think he's going to get to the Koopa Kid in time, but it's worth noting that even if he did, the Koopa Kid will not die to a Starman, because normally Starmen are not found in the airship stages, so they're not programmed to die by Star.
A high jump Koopa.
That's a 5-hitter.
Strong.
It was a 5-hitter, so we got a 2, 4, 3, and 5. This is a beta stage on Raiku's side, isn't it?
I think it's a normal. Yeah, this is a normal stage, vanilla.
I don't recognize it.
I know you don't play in any person. I don't think. Can't think what level that is off the top of my head.
Maybe someone in chat can confirm for us if that's the case. I think it's a beta stage. We're
Okay,
being told yes, it is a beta stage.
Oh,
We
look at
never-
this fort. Red
yeah.
fort.
It's a palette thing. I think it's the fort model brought in from a different map or something like that. I think it's the World 6. Was it World 6 fort, so it looks slightly different? And maybe that sprite just got used on this map and therefore it looks different. One up. Raikourider is playing with the Munchers.
Gets through.
Now to get over the plants, there it is. And Red Fort has been destroyed. And, ribbit. Well, this is going unfortunately. Oh!
Ouch.
That is going very unfortunately. Oh my.
And let's take 2.
Yes, take 2, less damage. There we go.
And a P-Wing for the troubles. And Riot did take a different path here. Cause I don't... Did DLP do this level?
I think he did. Didn't he? So Boss Pass is present in 4-2. That is never a good thing to see, but at least you don't have a lot of chances to fall in the water. Just if you do, he's gonna have lunch.
Oh, DLP skipped that because DLP did use a hammer here in where...
Ah, okay, it's on a different path, yeah.
So Riot's saving a hammer.
And Raikou is gonna do the same, yeah, I don't want to play this stage strategy that DLP did.
And DLP uses a cloud because I believe that was 5-9?
He's gonna cloud the fort and go straight into the Piranha stage with the Starman. This is gonna save him some time.
Interesting call.
Kills a boss pass just like that.
And speaking of piranhas,
Oh.
Piranha Fort.
Nice Piranha kill by DLP with the tail in midair. That was very stylish. That one was not as stylish.
It was, well, he did kill the piranha, but the piranha said no.
Yeah, the fire got him.
And that Thwomp being a Thwomp.
As swamps usually do. Raikourider at the end of the World 4 airship, located in, ironically enough, World 4, which was World 7. DLP at the end of a Boom Boom fight. Raikourider's fight taking notably longer because it's a 5-hit Bloodwing.
And DLP's not playing a card game anymore, I don't think, so... Usually later on, runners decide, I'm done with them.
We're being asked what DLP's lead is in the live chat. What would you say it is? About 5 minutes at this point? A little less?
About 5 minutes. He does have almost a whole world advantage.
Yeah, he's, well, not... yeah, I saved the whole world, except going back and doing the Boomerang Brothers, so he still wants some items. Just not gonna go out of his way for too many, I don't think. That P-Wing will be nice to have.
And he'll use it right off the bat, too.
So we're gonna try and get judge of the wand grabs here to figure out what the actual lead is, because they are both in the same world right now. Just DLP's at the end of it.
And Ray's done with the in-card game as well, because he's said no to it.
No cards for you. And that was a
Oh.
two-hit. That was a two-hit boss.
And Raikou does not have a hammer, so that's why Ray didn't use a hammer earlier.
Right.
I think, wasn't it one of the Hammer Bros that decided to say, here, have a hammer, and Ray skipped it?
Maybe. So, let's see where DLP goes. What's the next world going to be, ladies and gentlemen? It is World 1. With a lock at the very top. Nice. So, he starts World 1 at about 24:06. And, go ahead.
This is not the fort that will needed to be broken, because the other lock is in a way, so we're going to have to go to the other fort. And this one will break that lock, the lower end.
Here's the Navy. I will spare you my singing. Oh, we found another beta level, it looks like. I think this is a, or no, maybe not. He was flying. Never mind. Oh, that sprite's gonna give me nightmares.
Yeah, Bryce in, I believe, 7-1?
Oh, this is very dangerous. Got up safely. Yeah, it is 7-1, you are correct.
Interesting call. I don't think Rai has any good, decent power-ups right now, so he's forced to play this.
Yeah, it's unfortunate he has to play this. This is a level that takes some time to play, and it's very rare that we see it played. That's why I thought it was one of the lost levels I was swimming at first.
Oh, Rai took a different path, because I believe DLP went up instead of down.
I think you're right. No, I think he did this stage. He did do this stage. I'm wondering if DLP clouded over that 7-1. And say goodbye to that fire snake.
Because I know DLP did cloud over a level. And I believe it was a 5-9 level. Oh look, sync grab.
Raikourider is in the castle at this point about 3 minutes behind, because we have 24:06 for world start for DLP. And that leaf is going to come in handy. DLP picking up some items, so he is going to clear out the card game and bounty up on items. He may be good the rest of the way here.
Looks at it, kind of missed it, but gets information what he has now, so Rai gets a wand while DLP is about to enter the next airship. And we're missing one world still.
Yep. Well, we saw Desert, we saw World 1, we're in it right now. World 3 started. World 4, we saw World 5, we saw World 6. I think it's World 4 that we still have to see.
Yeah. And we got an earthquake, or back-to-back earthquakes.
And that is a... Oh, that's not good for DLP. That's not good at all.
He gets out of it, though. If you get stuck in an earthquake, it's going to be an ouch.
So I missed when raikourider started World 1, but I think he was about somewhere 3.5, 4 minutes behind by the time he got there. So that's about what the difference is as DLP now finishes World 6, which was World 1.
Question is, will World 4 be laid out really nicely or backtrack time?
We're going to see 2837 level start for DLP. Finds a note box from Peach.
And we got Underwater Fortress. DLP does decide to do it because we know there's at least 2 forts here. One of them's going to break a lock, looks like, and one of them's going to spawn a bridge to get to the Air Force, to the fortress, the airship.
And you're hoping this is the bridge.
Fancy swimming by Raikou.
Yeah, he's finding his way through 3-9 there.
Oh, that fortress did not spawn the bridge.
Oh, Fire Nipper in 7-2. Fun fact, by the way, you see Fire Nipper is obviously randomized into these seeds, but they only appear once in the vanilla game. In the vanilla game, it is in 6-8 that they appear once. And here they're going to cause Raikou some headaches. So he's going to take a death here. Going to get the leaf out and try it again. No clouds.
Gotta be very careful, but his plan is to destroy these guys before they cause too much trouble.
Yep, there's one down.
And we found another fort.
And the leaf comes in handy. He flies right over that one in the note block gap. Doesn't have to deal with it.
Yeah, people tend to go through that fort pretty darn quick. Pipes.
Pipes everywhere. Oh, that fire snake almost landed on that platform. Actually, can it land on that platform?
Probably very rarely, but
Yeah.
unlikely.
I'm wondering because it's a moving platform. I don't know if it recognized that. I know other enemies do. I'm guessing it would.
And the smart move is using a music box to skip 3 hammer burst fights and a cloud to skip a level.
This tells you he's happy with his item count right now. He doesn't need anything else, and he just wants to get out of this airship and get done. Speaking of which, raikourider is doing this airship. Boss. So we have sync boss fights on different airships.
And we got a weakening Koopa.
Sync wand grabs on different airships. So raikourider is exactly 1 world behind at this point. I just want to thank everyone who is watching today and those watching on our YouTube channel as well at SpeedGaming Show. This is part of our Super Mario Brothers 3 randomizer spring tournament or winter tournament, whichever term you want to call it, and the winter 2020. And we hope you are enjoying all the races on this playlist. Make sure you stay tuned for more races in this tournament coming up.
Yep. A lot of good matches still to come. Alright, we're about to find out that this fort he is in is not going to be useful, really.
Unfortunately. Ooh, lock. Do we have a hammer? Nope.
No hammer, ooh. Hammers are the hammers are a little bit more scarce in this time.
Well, sometimes you have those seeds that are scarce on hammers, and sometimes you have those seeds that are scarce on clouds. This one seems to be both.
And I don't think we've seen a hammer suit at all tonight.
I think you are correct. Is this what happens when I roll seeds?
I guess.
Because
I think Ray would like a new dealer next time.
Yeah, I rolled one last night. We had no hammer suits in that one either, I don't think. Unless I got those seeds mixed up. Or maybe, I think that one did, actually. The first one didn't. And the LP is through a level. And raikourider has taken a lava bath.
Yep. Who wants toasted frog?
Makes the frog's legs taste good.
Frog legs, anyone?
What happened to... Oh, did he just take a quicksand death?
That might have been intentional.
Yeah, it must have been.
Because it is World 8. You don't really want to find those levels. Because that might have been a hand stage.
It might have been.
Oh, here we go. Nice star.
It was a dead-end hand stage, we're being told. There was no progress beyond it. And we have our upside down orb.
And now we need to find the path to Bowser.
Well, I see an Air Force icon. With level 1 in the way.
Going out of the way for this fort.
Could be bridge.
Useful. But how many bridges do we need this time?
I don't know if we've seen the map yet, have we?
I don't think we have. I've had seeds where all 4 forts were required because it was hidden behind a certain lock, and well,
with no hammer available, you would have to do all 4 forts. Yeah.
Heck, I had one where it was so odd because the pipe spawned. Okay, I guess, but you had to go backwards. But he found the right one. Here we go.
Wow, only 1 bridge was existing there. Nice. So DLP is about to finish this one as well. No clip, so he's going to fall down. I think he was trying to go for a clip there.
Yep. Could be a little tricky with that clip because of the disco waffles. They are. Because they rotate in a random direction.
He was having a little difficulty getting up on the 1-up block to clip through there, but he does do it. raikourider. That one's way to World 8. And which statue is going to fire today? None of those, so probably the last one.
And, ooh, you don't want to see that last one sometimes. Definitely when you have a hammer suit.
They didn't.
None of them went off.
Bowser, your security system is not working. Oh, that's an interesting kill. Bowser, you're weak. So everybody get your GGs in chat, as apparently Big John is in World 8 already, according to the princess. So we're going to go ahead and get the finish here. DLP finishes with an official SRL time of 37 minutes and 28 seconds. Get your GGs in chat.
Yep. Takes both games tonight. We'll move up to 2-2.
And in turn, that drops raikourider down to 1-3. raikourider, of course, is going to continue to play here.
Is not eliminated, but
nope.
Still anybody's.
In a situation where Fred Coughlin decimates DLP 2-0 and loses both games to raikourider, raikourider would advance in this tournament. or has the potential to advance in this tournament. So it is not over for raikourider yet, but it is looking a little thin at this point, depending on how Fred plays against both runners.
Yep. Raikou does usually make it to the bracket stage, but could this be one of the first times where Ride does not make it?
So we'll see if DLP wants to join us to chat about these seeds here tonight. In the meantime, obviously there's no chatter in the chat yet because raikourider is still playing, so we don't know anything here. I do see in the channel raikourider is saying new dealer.
And I think he said that at the beginning, too.
About 8 minutes into the race. And there's DLP in the sub channel, so we'll go ahead and bring him in as we continue to follow raikourider, who is in the door for it. And we'll say GG to DLP.
Hey there, how's it going?
Doing okay. So it looks like raikourider wants someone else to roll the season next time.
What's that? I'm sorry?
Looks like raikourider wants a new dealer next time.
Oh. Yeah.
What did you think?
I didn't quite understand what that meant, but I wasn't gonna,
Well, I think he meant because I rolled both seeds tonight, and he didn't have good luck in either of them, it looks like. But how did you like those seeds tonight?
First one was good. I felt really good while I was playing. I'm 0-2, so I pretty much had to go 2-0 against Raikou if I wanted to get to brackets. So I kind of, I guess, used the phrase I was playing angry because I needed to, win these two. I don't think I died. I hit most of the strats that I go for, so I was really happy about the first race. The second one, I thought I was behind pretty much the whole time because every time I used a cloud, an end card would spawn behind the level that I clouded over, and it was like if there's a hammer in there, there were several times, like in 2, I could have skipped 4 levels, a couple other places, so I was a little worried. Luckily, the end card had not very much, maybe a cloud or 2, but I was pretty short on inventory for a long time. Yeah, skip a level and then get 7 F2. It's like, it was kind of a brutal one, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Hammers were scarce in this one.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, the first race had a pretty good item distribution. Second one, it was pretty much just go through, hope you pick the right level, and that's pretty much it. It's just a grinder.
Is that kind of what happened in the first seed as well when you used the cloud on 610? Were you just gambling on the fact that, hey, this is a level I don't want to play, maybe there's a chance that this will be the right play? Like, what was your strategy behind skipping 610 with the cloud rather than holding on to him like raikourider did?
Well, I had 3 at the time, and there's only 2 worlds left, and general rule of thumb I would say is use your clouds before World 8, because it's not often that it's useful. So it was like, I have one for, I like to have at least 2 in 6 and 7 in case I come across 6-6 and some other ones, and it was like, if I can use one right now, and if this pipe goes to the end, I'll be good, and I'll still have 2. It was just seemed like a good time to use it.
Well, unbeknownst to you at the time, it was the absolutely right play to make, because what happened is, as raikourider is now fighting Bowser, what happened was that was a level that had Boss Bass in it, so obviously I had to be a little more careful at the bottom. But you also, but because of the way the level is laid out, that meant that you were literally in Boss Bass's path as well. So it made things a lot more challenging in terms of playing that level, and raikourider had a little bit of difficulty in that gap, so it cost him some time. It was very close through those first 5 worlds in the first race. It was in World 6 where you took the lead for good.
Gotcha. Yeah, 610 is one of those levels that, without anything additional like Boss Bass or Cheep, it's not that difficult. It's probably, one of the harder levels in World 6, but it's, I know speedrunners are probably cringing me saying it's not that difficult, but, just to play, like, the rando, So I just thought it'd be a good place to use it. And then unbeknownst to me, I got like 3 more clouds in World 8. So I could have even been a little more aggressive. But I mean, you don't know that's going to happen. So
we should notice that raikourider did finish with an official SRL time of 42 minutes and 49 seconds. Raikourider also did 7-1 in this seed, which was, I think, in World 2. I don't think you... Did you see 7-1 when you were playing?
No, I didn't. Curious as to... Because I clouded... I don't know if it was... I think it was 5-9 I clouded. And I had, like, no inventory, so I went to the Toad House to, like, give me some safety. And then I played the fort, so he probably went for the level, and I went for the fort. And I think it was, like... I don't remember what it was. One of the times I clouded, used my last remaining items, which is a frog suit and a star, and then it was the Air Force, and it's like, this is not what I want this for. So,
by the way, raikourider is with us. GG.
I felt like I got the short end of absolutely every 50-50 in that seed.
Yeah, it's rough when that happens. I heard you had to play 7-1. Where was that at?
Okay, so I found in like Vanilla 2, I found 7-5. So I took an intentional death, clouded it, then used a P-wing and found 7-1.
Yep, that's what we were just talking about.
Nothing,
so I had
nothing you can do. Nothing you can do.
Yeah, I had like no inventory, so I skipped 7-5 and went up to use the Toad House to give me something. And then I played the fort instead of the level, which, I mean, it was 7F2, I think, so it wasn't like it's not very good either way, but...
Yeah.
New dealer, please.
Yeah, I saw that the SRL channel 8 minutes into the race, so that kind of explains how you felt about those seeds tonight, it sounds like.
Both of them.
Yeah.
And I could have rolled this seed if you wanted, but I don't think Raj wanted a shark seed.
I don't know. I don't know. Your seeds aren't nearly as bad as these two. It's just with in tournament races in particular, it doesn't matter who rolls it. It seems like every single tournament race that I play in, not just in this randomizer, but in any randomizer I play, I get the most atrocious seeds.
It always seems to be. I don't understand how it is, but when you give it to tournament play, that's when the really tough seeds show up. So, in a way, it's a good place to have those really annoying seeds because it shows how you adapt in tournament play. But at the same time, you kind of want to have those easier ones once in a while too.
And just like I said in SRL, well, one of us is going to go to brackets at 3-3 and get Mitch Flower Power round 1.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. He's not very good.
Well, you're
Kidding,
both still,
of course.
You're both still in the tournament, so no one is actually eliminated yet, as you just noted, raikourider. Obviously, being, I believe you're now 1-3, and DLP you're now 2-2. So it's really up to what happens in each of your matches. With, I think you both still have to play Fred, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So it's up to what your matches against Fred end up happening. And if raikourider wins both against Fred and goes 4-2, and if DLP loses both to Fred and goes 2-4, or maybe even goes 3-3, whatever the case may be. In any case, if raikourider wins both, the DLP loses both, raikourider advances.
I actually think at 3. Actually, I think even at 3-3, I get in on breakers.
And I stated your record wrong. You'd be 3-3 if you beat Fred both times. My error on that. So you'd be 3-3 raikourider. DLP would be 2-4, and raikourider would advance if that happens in the matches against Fred.
To make brackets, I need a win and some help.
Yeah.
You just gotta hope the cards go in your favor in this case. Because you made the other tourney brackets as well, so...
Well, the thing is, I don't really play this as much as I used to, and the way I played tonight actually shows why I haven't been playing this. For whatever reason, this game just puts me on tilt.
It can do that.
Hey DLP, what other randos do you play?
I used to play the Z1, Zelda 1 randomizer a little bit here and there.
Join us. Sharky and I are doing a race afterward.
But other than that, these are pretty much the only two right now that I play.
Oh, is you one in this?
Yeah.
Zelda One Rando is fantastic. I like watching that with myself, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's like the perfect game, and Randomizer makes it a new game every single time. So really happy that Fred,
Definitely.
Someone was out there that loved the same games that I did and decided to give me a new take on them every time. So it's pretty awesome that this exists.
Yeah, but just I felt both of those races could have swung either way. Just in the first race, I didn't execute very well, and in the second race, I just got the bad half of every 50-50.
Well,
Yeah,
the first
was
go ahead.
the first one was different by using the clouds.
Yeah,
That was
I
the
just
difference
couldn't.
in that one.
Okay, so I couldn't. The reason why I didn't use the clouds is because I couldn't find good levels to use them on.
Yeah, when I get to that point and it's like I have 3 or so left over in 6, it's like I really only need, if I know where 6-6 is, like the only thing I really need it for after that is like 7-5. So I just decided to cloud 6-10, and sounds like that gave you a little bit of trouble. So I think that's where we started to pull away from each other.
610 had a boss bass that was in a really bad spot.
Yeah. I've noticed that on some of the levels where he appears frequently, he's starting to spawn in different places. Like 5-3 used to never spawn on the bottom, and now he does. And there's just a couple places where he spawns just a tad later than he used to, and it gets me sometimes.
Boss Bass would be a surprise. Boss Bass would be a surprise if you don't see it coming, and that's one of the things I think viewers really love because, Boss Bass, there's a reason that people meme about it.
Well, and fire chomps. The fire chomps in the seed were awful. Some of the worst I've seen.
They were.
Yeah, they were.
A little trolly, I admit. On that. I don't even like those guys.
Like this tournament just makes me feel like it has been.
Nah, man, you're no slouch. You're good. Yeah. I think that's gonna do it for me though. Appreciate the commentary and the restream, and Raikou for the races, and yeah, thanks everybody for volunteering and everything. It means a lot. Thanks.
All right, well, Sharky and I have a Z1R race to get to, so
Yeah, we'll let you get going. So obviously we'll see both of you in your matches against Fred. We'll wish you both luck, and we'll have to wait and see what happens in each case for your tournament life. Depending what happens in the first match, that second match might be a very important matchup to determine the result of this bracket. But either way, good luck to both of you when you go play against Fred.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you very much.
It'd be fun to watch.
I tell you what, I have a lot of questions for Fred, like when's shapes.
Well, you get a chance to ask him that after your race.
Yup.
Yep, I guess with that, it was fun to call. Both races were fun.
Yes, they were. Let's take a quick look at the schedule for what's coming up for tomorrow. We only have one race on the schedule for tomorrow, Dust Minion versus Dr. J PhD. Channels are not assigned for any of the events on tomorrow yet, but there's not a lot on the schedule that I see right now. From what I see, well, actually, in that spot, there are going to be about 5 different races going on, so it could be on any of the 5 channels. Keep an eye on the schedule, and we'll see tomorrow what channel that ends up being on. It's at 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, alongside Azure Dreams on a different channel. So keep an eye out for that. We'll have that information for you when we have it. Other races going on in a couple days. Glutamic Acid versus Mitch Flower Power, and Macobra versus Jabem, both going at the same time, 5 o'clock on Friday. And later Friday, 10 o'clock, Uropsilis versus Jay Cooper. Sorry if I'm saying that first name wrong. That's at 10 o'clock on Friday. So those are some races coming up on the Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer schedule. If you are watching on YouTube, they are following this playlist, so stay tuned. And quick peek at the SpeedGaming schedule. There's a link to the past randomizer race going on, I believe it was the main channel. But other than that, we're pretty much done for the night. So stay tuned for a Mega Man 9 race coming up at 4 a.m. if you're a night owl, or if you're up early on the in the European area, you can watch the Mega Man 9 going on at that time, 4 a.m. Eastern time, about 8, 9 o'clock in England and France and places like that. Other than that, keep an eye on the schedules and see what other events we have going on. Follow SpeedGaming, SpeedGaming236, and our foreign channels as well. Any last thoughts from you before we do wrap?
Well, again, thanks guys for watching. Give these runners a follow if you haven't. So with that, just don't let the boss bass have its food. It needs to go hungry sometimes. Till then, guys.
And we hope that you have a wonderful evening, everyone. And thank you again for watching. Make sure you come back for those other races. This is getting more and more exciting as some seed placements end up getting made here. And we still have a huge bracket to look forward to. So make sure you stay tuned. We have a lot of tournament left to go here. So I've been Cyclone. I've been joined by
Sharky2107. Till then, guys.
Have a great evening, everybody.